Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Okay, we're talking about Nikola again. I did not think I was gonna make another video about Nikola, but I just wanted to put my foot in the race with it. But since I got so much positive feedback on my last Nikola video, you guys ripped me apart. And that's understandable, I get it. I was told everything from I should stop doing YouTube to jump off a bridge. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas. But seriously, I get it. Nikola has made a huge mess here. There's a lot of people that have lost a lot of money, that still have numerous amounts of money share-wise in this company that they're probably not gonna ever get out or not get out for years to come. But there are things that I like about Nikola. It doesn't mean it's gonna work. It doesn't mean I even support the company. So if you're stuck in Nikola, yeah, this video is for you a little bit. Because I don't really think anybody's making a positive video about Nikola. Honestly, there's not really much positive things to say right now. But we're gonna go over a lot of bad stuff and then maybe one good thing. Now I just wanna say this, I do not invest in Nikola at all. I don't have a dollar in them. But I have been watching this company for about 1.5 years now, watching the ups and the downs. And it's a very fascinating company to me because on pen and paper, they are doing things that not a lot of other companies are doing. They're making vehicles with battery powered systems, but they're also making vehicles that are hydrogen fuel cell operated. So like I said, don't think I'm making this video saying you need to buy Nikola. I would say do not touch this. If you have not invested in this company, do not invest in this company right now. This company needs to be watched seriously. At December 3rd, we all know that's the date when we're gonna know more. But until then, I would not do anything. And still after that, there's still a lot of things that have to happen. But let's talk about the bad things and then just maybe 1 or 2 things that are somewhat positive. It's honestly a very fascinating thing that the company has taken such a hit, such a public hit. There's so much drama involved right now with this company. It's still a company that is traded on the market. This is crazy right now. And there's still people that really don't know anything about the company. They just say, oh, Nikola, this sounds really neat. They buy into it, and honestly, that's how a lot of it's staying alive right now. I would say that's the majority of a lot of Nikola investors right now. So obviously, everything right now is relying on this GM deal. If this GM deal does not come through, Nikola is completely there, put the nail in the coffin, it's done. They have to pray to God that somebody with deep pockets comes in and takes over. So the GM deal, here's a little snippet from an article just released. In remarks during GM's third quarter earnings conference call, CEO Mary Berry confirmed that discussions with Nikola about a commercial transaction continue, but the deal hasn't yet closed. She declined to provide any guidance on when that might happen. GM and Nikola said on September 8th that they had agreed to a deal in which GM would develop and build Nikola's battery electric pickup and sell electric vehicle batteries and hydrogen fuel cells to start up in exchange for $2 billion in newly issued Nikola stock. So that is the GM deal pretty much in a nutshell. That's the nuts and bolts. GM is signing a contract with Nikola, vice versa. GM is going to build the Badger truck. Obviously the Badger truck has not been built. There's no real Badger truck right now. It's just all computer generated. But that is the main thing. That is what Nikola is relying on right now. They have to have this deal come through. If this deal does not happen, the stock is going to plummet even more. We have to have this deal happen with GM. Okay, so here's a bundle of more bad news. That's public news that's been proven that has happened with Nikola. So one, you've got the Trevor Milton mess. It's still lingering over the company. It's still there. He's not even involved with Nikola anymore, but it's still there. People are still talking about it. It's just there. It's gonna be there probably for a long time. Whether or not Nikola makes it or doesn't make it, it's gonna be there. Second, Nikola has been caught with vehicles that are really just nuts and bolts and really just a shell of a vehicle, shell of a semi-truck. This has been proven and they've admitted to it, but that's another hit on the company. And the last one that's really the biggest one is that investors were lied to. You gotta think about 8 months ago, Nikola was the new hottest thing on the market. It hadn't even come to market yet, but people were talking about it. I remember when this was a blank check company, I was watching it like a hawk. And even at that point, EV companies were really still new. All we had to look at was really Tesla. And in the beginning, if you know anything about Tesla, Tesla had a really rough start. Tesla almost didn't make it. If it wasn't for Elon Musk, it wouldn't even made it. But Nikola was a really hot stock. And I remember when it switched over from a blank check company into Nikola, and it shot up to a crazy, it almost hit $100 just literally in an hour. I watched it, I remember just refresh. It was crazy. But at that time, investors were being lied to. They were sold a bag of goods that were never really there with all these things I just told you about. And trust me, there's more. I know there's more. But that is the one major thing that happened to investors. They were sold something that wasn't really there. And this is why people are so angry. This is why people are so intense. This is why I was chewed apart in my last video. I get it, it's a big deal. It's a very sore subject. So with Nikola, what's even good? Is there anything good? Is there anything positive right now with Nikola? There's a few things. It's not much, but it's really just, you know, there is a little bit of greener grass on the other side of the hill here. And that is, somehow it's still alive. Somehow it has not been shut down. GM has not pulled out of the deal yet as of now. So maybe there's something we don't know. Like I said, if Nikola were to work, this could be a great company. It could be an amazing company. A company that makes cars, trucks, and semi-trucks. You're talking about a $1 billion company years to come. This will take years and years. Look at Tesla, how long it took Tesla to get out of debt and finally start making money. But Nikola's gonna have an even longer road because everything that's happened just in the last 6 months, and with the growth that they're wanting to do with all these different vehicles, with battery and hydrogen fuel cell. And one more positive, Nikola was making its own hydrogen fuel cell fuel, but they have stopped for obvious reasons because they are tight on money, because there is no money coming in, besides people buying ball caps and stickers. And the other weird thing that I think we're going to see this coming week with now Biden being pronounced the president, one of his main sales pitch throughout his campaign was the electric car market. So I think along with all the other ones, I'm not going to name them all because there's like 20 or more, but now that he has been elected, I think the start of this week we're going to see the EV market take off because that's what Biden pushes. He's been pushing for the clean energy, the electric car to take off. And now we're gonna see Nikola kind of be thrown into that along with all the other 20 or so EV companies right now. And Nikola is just gonna feed off that because like I said, there's people investing into Nikola just because it's an EV company. And you gotta understand, there's probably still people out there that have no idea about Trevor Milton. They have no idea about any of the shady stuff going on with Nikola because it's a very well-known company, good or bad. And a lot of people don't really dig into stuff. They don't do a lot of research. You'd be quite surprised. And like I said, this is a very sensitive subject. I get it. But like I said, talk to me in the comments. Let me know if you think Nikola's gonna make it or is this pretty much just gonna be a done deal. But as always, be positive and be you. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye.